Welcome, everybody, to Exploring Telepathy for May 9th, 2026. I am Kevin Young, your intuitive coach, admin for Autism Telepathy Conversations community. We're here to chat about telepathy and what it takes to open up the telepathic channel and sort of the broader ideas that come from moving into a more open state. So, even though telepathy is the core focus, connecting with non-speakers and others and so forth, we are also in a broader sense we talk about things that have to do with communication to broader realms, internal guidance, higher consciousness, animal, spiritual communication. Whatever opens up the channel, the core channel within us, is what we're here about. And this is a positive, supportive call only, so we will keep the energy light and bright. We did have a discussion before the call was recorded about privacy and how to support people who are in a harder place in their journeys. And so that was not recorded intentionally. But if you have ideas or suggestions around how to support a community who don't have family support or don't feel supported at all, and there's something we as a community, our autistic support community here, can do, then feel free to send it to the admins or publish it anonymously as a post. Whatever you can do to support this group is what we're here to do today and in the future. So that's about all I got to say. We're just going to start with an intro meditation by Melissa here, and then we'll chat about what comes up from the meditation and trust that the conversation will take us all towards whatever feels right as a combined vibrational consciousness that are frequency matched. And then near the end, we'll do a telepathic practice ourselves. I'll lead a second meditation so we can just kind of relax and see if we can open up even deeper to the ideas of telepathy and broader consciousness. And as always, share in the chat box if there's anything you want to share, any experiences you had. I do recommend having something to capture your ideas that maybe came to you in the meditations, in writing down, or if you like to do. With that, I guess I'll just hand it over to Melissa and take us home, Melissa.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Beautiful day, Mother's Day weekend for any of you that are caregivers, mothers, or just beautiful women that help the world go around. I applaud and send all my love to all of you too. Cats, animals, pets, whatever you are. We're stellar women and we run the world. Anyways, just kidding. We got to have these wonderful men on here too. Hello. Because they're bringing all the other guys in too. Where's one? There's two, there's three, there's four. A little giddy. I've been up since about 4. I'm in Florida, was out on the ocean, in the sun, and just it's warm and hot, and I'm excited to be here with you guys, and I'm so happy that I'm able to be here with you guys. And with that said, let's just settle in a little bit. I wanted to go out. Can you hear me good? Because I wasn't sure either, because every time I hit something, it was going weird. So I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to go out on the ocean, but there's kind of a lot of riffraff, and I didn't know if you could hear me, because I just thought if the water was going, it would be really stellar too, but I didn't know if this would make it out there either. So here we are. We're going to be in the ocean all together. So when you're ready, everyone just settle in here. Just gonna go to a nice soft space. Let's just settle in and take a nice slow breath in. And let it out for a count of 7. We're gonna do another slow breath in. And release another one for a count of 7. And one more because 3 is just my favorite number. Just allow your shoulders to drop and jaw to soften. Just letting your body know that it's safe to be here right now in this space. Just feel the space around you, the air touching your skin. The subtle life moving in this room. You are not separate from this. We are all a part of it together. Now I want you to bring your awareness to your heart space. The space behind your heart and all around. Just imagine this soft light there. Whatever color shows up for you, might be white or a soft pink, a golden light or green. Maybe it feels nice and warm holding you. With every breath that you take in, your light expands brighter. And with every breath out, it softens you even deeper into yourself. This is where your telepathic center is. It's not your mind, it's your heart. Telepathy is remembering. We're remembering that we're all energy, that we are all connected here together. Remembering that love is a beautiful frequency. Now I want you to imagine or see some roots extending from your feet down into the soil. They're going deep down into the layers of Mother Earth. Where you feel Mother Earth's steady presence, her calm strength, and her wisdom. You are supported here. You belong. Feel Mother Earth's energy. It's coming up through those roots into your body. It's going up in your legs. Feel it move up through your hips. It Feel it softening your belly, going right into that beautiful heart space. Just let your whole body soften into Mother Earth, holding you here in this space. Now I want you to imagine the sound of the ocean nearby you. Just feel the clarity and the softness the water brings. How it cleanses you without effort. Let the ocean water wash through your whole body, clearing out any noise or tension, clearing and washing away anything that isn't yours. Let that inner water become calm and clear. Now I just want you to invite the energy of the animals into this space with you. Maybe it's a spirit animal or one of your own, or maybe an animal that crosses your path a lot, that has something to say. Just feel the whole collective consciousness of the animals with you. Just feel their honesty and their love. And their unconditional presence they bring. They don't overthink. They're not doubting this connection. They are simply feeling and being. Just allow yourself to be in this space with them. And if you see an animal step forward to you, or the presence of one coming to say something to you, maybe they have a message. Maybe you just feel a nice warm sensation and calmness in your body from them being with you. It doesn't have to be words. It just is. We're all connected together right now in this space. Notice how this energy feels together with all of us, linked together. We're stronger together. We're just raising the vibration, just simply being here together in this space. Now I want you to send love from your heart and thank all the animals and the ocean water and Mother Earth for being here with us. Feel that love flowing through you, through all of us. We are not separate. We are all one. We're all one energy remembering itself. Now I want you to bring your awareness back to your body and feel your feet and your hands, or move in whatever way feels good to you. And just place one hand on your heart if that feels good. And thank yourself for just showing up today in this space and being here together. And when you're ready, just gently open your eyes. And we'll carry this beautiful connection and feeling with us today and throughout the weekend and your day with all of us in this beautiful space.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.
Very calming. Definitely helped me to relax back into my center and my presence. When you said invite in the animals, was interesting. My mind was a little chattery before that, but right at that moment, I heard the words and I literally opened my arm. Usually in a meditation, my arms and hands are open. I feel a lot of energy that moves through them, and I did that. In that minute, I imagined literally a million birds landing on me, just everywhere. It just felt, and you and I know that the birds are one of my spirit animals, and it was just really, it was just incredible. I just could feel their little feet everywhere, and just was. I've had birds, eat out of my hand in the past, and it's just that feeling of that safety, that trust, and that energy that they bring. And their message was chill out. Not a surprise. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. Someday, someday we'll laugh at all. Not laugh, but like they'll have different messages than the chill out. But yes, I get that too, because it's been a rough month for myself, and just seeing how we can give our power away so easily and fall back into old patterns and not even realize you're in them, because sometimes it's just, and it's all happening for us, like we said, and no, even though at the moment sometimes you don't feel that happening, but it is, to go, oh, I'm still repeating this same darn pattern. Why is it here? Why is it? And it's like, okay, it's here
What's the
again.
message?
It's here again to say, hey, I had so much fear and doubt my own self from stuff that went on, and here I am right now. I mean, a lot of the stuff, and it was just like from losing my grandpup Amber, and just other things going on in life, and not even sure I was going to be here. And it was just like, then I laughed the last few days, like, how silly have I been living in that fear space, and that, but I had to go through it. And that's been a lesson I was taught to myself, and I see it now. So I have the awareness of being with it instead of trying to go put it away. Like if you feel something, instead of going, oh, I'm going to go even do this to not have to go be with it. And that's not really helping at the moment either sometimes. Instead of sitting with it, feeling it, because I've numbed out so much of my life too from not wanting to feel those feelings because they were not good feelings. And so it's like when you feel that love space, you just want more of it. Like there's no better high in my life than I can say is like doing a meditation or working with a client or anything like that, because I walk away and it's like I could vibrate out of my chair right outside. Like you can't, to me, I can't find that. And then it's like, so instead of me now like, oh, I gotta go do this to make this feeling go away, it's like, no, sit with it, be with it, acknowledge it, thank it for being there.
Yes.
Because instead of like the negative, we've talked about that, or myself, as a kid or anybody, if you want attention, you're going to get it one way or another, whether it's negative attention or positive. We know how to get it. And so we get that negative attention, and then you don't realize that you're doing it because you're like, hey, but thank the negative attention for also being there, because that's what's really showing you where the work has got to be done.
Yep. When you receive the message, as you said, instead of pushing it away, defending it, stuffing it down, when you sit with that feeling, physical or emotional, and don't get lost in the story behind it, then the message is delivered. And I find that it's about 45 seconds. If you can do that, if you can hold the feeling, whether it's tension or whatever, without the story distracting the mind, just staying in the now moment, breathing into the body. That I do this with clients a lot now. I just did it last week with someone who was really in a panic, and it's just that simple. And suddenly they get the message comes through, like, oh, I don't need this anymore. I was holding it, got the message, and then suddenly that belief system literally lifts off because you got the message that it was trying to deliver. Thanks for sharing that. And thanks for them. I could feel you really drop into that meditation. It's really helpful for me.
Thank you.
Hazel, you want to share what you experienced? Should be on the bottom. Just tap the screen and you should see a microphone button at the bottom.
Hello.
There you are.
Um, so I've been really down lately and lots of stuff coming up, but it's coming up to be cleared, but you still have to go through the process. And so Melissa, when you said about animals coming in, I'm not sure if this technically counts as an animal, and I could actually be very rude towards it, but I saw a yeti. So I don't know if that's like an animal or a person or a completely different creature. And then I was seeing all these like hybrid animals, like half cat, half dolphin and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? And then I was seeing like I think they're called dioramas when they're like kind of a little box with a little scene in them that
Hmm.
kids do at school. And it was all like little like around like God, I don't know how to describe it now. But around each side were these like they look like kind of cardboard flowers, but they're all beautiful. And they kept moving away to the side. And then it was leading me deeper and deeper into like this kind of world where all these like it was like a portal leading me deeper into where all these mythical animals were. And I felt the message was that no matter how down I can go or how alone I can feel, that there is always, I may not be able to see it with my eyes, or I may not be able to feel it right at that moment within my 3D body, but there's always these beautiful, magical things going on everywhere right now. And it's just a case of opening up with, I guess, your inner standing and your third eye and know that it's not just the here and now. And it didn't feel like spiritual bypass and it didn't feel like any kind of hopium or anything. It just felt like it's genuine, that it's out there, but you can choose to find it. And that will help you. It's like what you were just saying, Kevin, about you stay still and you kind of reach that bit within yourself and it takes you out. So
Exactly.
it's like yeah, so something to take me out of those down bits and seeing that there's so much more beauty and weirdness and like things that you can't even imagine they're so wonderful, but they're there. And that's so thank you, Melissa. That's what I saw. Yeah.
How did that feel?
Really good because I was in a right fucking mare of a place. So yes.
Thanks so much
Yeah.
for sharing, Hazel. I
Mhm.
love your
Yeah.
perspectives that you share. Yes. And there's 1,000 different ways to come to these same conclusions, and every one of them is right for us. Just find it within yourself. Hey, Scott, what's up?
Okay, Hazel, this is for you. Laughter is the best medicine. Let's see if everyone can read this. I don't know if
I
you can.
can't
Hang on a
I
Okay,
second.
can't
I'll read it to you.
see it, but can't.
Bigfoot is sometimes confused with Sasquatch. Yeti never complains.
Ha!
So there you
Yet
go.
he never
Laugh.
complains.
Yeah. So as soon as you said Yeti, this meme popped in as one of my favorite memes. But anyway, so laugh. Laughter's the best medicine. Um, and grounding. Anyway, so I have to back up one dream sequence to get to what just happened in the meditation, Melissa. So you know me and animals, and as soon as you brought the animals in, I had already brought the trees in just before that. That's a whole nother. I got a whole nother kingdom going on with trees now, and inspiring other people to do tree meditation. But um, I'm, I'm doing the heart research and I got these EMF generators that I'm experimenting with the frequency that I feel I've connected to our heart that connects us to the ethereal world, literally opens the veil. And I could talk for hours on the experiences I've already had. Within that, it has opened up very deep in lucid dreaming. So, um, earlier this week, I had a dream, a very lucid dream. I mean, vivid. I could have reached down and petted it. A bald eagle came and stood right next to me. And I was just like stunned. And it was, as it stood there, a smaller bird, but a big bird, was bringing it branches and putting it in its mouth to like build a nest. And it was demonstrate. I didn't pick up on the message because I was so stunned. This is the dream, not today. So I'll get to today in a second. So I felt there was some symbology message coming through that, but I didn't really pick up on it. So when the animals came in, the bald eagle came in again during the meditation. This time I got the message. And there's still more I'm not picking up because it's not in words. It's in ideas, concepts, and all that. And what the bald eagle represents, and the best way I can put it, and I do not mean to disparage um, mockingbirds or blue jays, but they're kind of the redneck of birds. I hate to say it that way, but they will tear up nests just to be mean. And I kind of, as much as I love them in their beauty and their language, they're kind of mean. The bald eagle represents the quality. This is the message I was getting, the quality of just like owning everything in the sky. But they don't do it out of meanness. Because, for instance, I've heard of bald eagles literally taking the fish out of another bird's claws. It's like, thank you, I'll have that. And but it's not out of meanness. It's kind of like the lion, the king of the jungle, the bald eagle, the king of the air. But what was trying to be shown to me is to have that sort of confidence, so to speak, in what you're doing and go forward. And I'm sorry, I'm still lacking for the earth words, and there's going to be more out of it. And I would encourage anybody when I lower my hand and close my mouth, to tell me what they know about bald eagles, because I think there's still messages after this meeting I'm going to be getting. This is my mission today, study the bald eagle and the symbology. So, but it was so powerful, the feeling of just being and just being at the top of everything of that food chain, so to speak, but not on that physical plane, so to speak, but just having that much fortitude like a bald eagle. So,
Maybe you're allowing yourself to be at the top of your own food chain.
well, it's kind of the card draw I got this morning too, but
What a surprise.
but yeah, not in a mean way. That's the one
Oh,
thing is
sure.
I
Yeah.
don't want to be like the asshole, like I know everything. I can tell you the more I know I don't know. That's one thing I can tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Well, see, there's a
so
big difference vibrationally between the person who needs to know a lot to prove that to others versus the person who just has knowing, which is connection to source. And they're really at opposite ends of the emotional scale, if you see it. So it feels like you're certainly right in alignment with what the universe wants for you. I'm be excited to hear. I'll leave you with I won't say a curiosity question. Well, maybe it is that is to ponder even deeper more what the eagle means specifically to you, because of course there are spiritual meanings that are published by human beings, and that is their filter of what that means. So I think it's a great thing
that's
to
exactly it, Kevin, is that's what I'm still missing something because that's what you said is exactly what I need to do. What does it mean to me? I need to dive like an eagle deeper into that.
yeah, there you go. Awesome. Oh, I love the depth of these conversations. Hey, Marlene, go ahead.
Hey all, hi Kevin. Melissa, thank you so much for that wonderful wow meditation. You have a really beautiful voice to to do that. Yeah. So it's interesting about synchronicities because I was not sure. Yeah, I just wanted to be in the group again. And then I told my daughter today and said, I probably will be on a call at this and this time. And she was, oh, yeah. So what is it about? And I said, has it like a little bit hesitant? Oh, it's exploring telepathy. And she was like, what else? Like a little bit, oh, mom, what else are you doing? Like, but the second part was like, "Oh, actually, it's interesting. So, yeah." And then she was like, so I told that it was about people of the autism spectrum and nonverbal and to try to connect with them and have conversations with them. And then she said, yeah, or with animals.
Ah,
So I was like, oh yeah. And then you, Melissa, bring that in. And I was like, I knew kind of, I started to know, oh, it's maybe about the cat we have. And then during the meditation, it wasn't really the cat, the cat we have, which his name is Dude. I'm calling him Dude, but the cat that died a couple of years ago, Quincy was her name. And she appeared, and what she did during the meditation, she just took her paw and put it on my heart. And then what she did actually, only a couple of hours before she died, she was, we had her in my bed, and me and my daughter were kind of with her. And then in the morning, when I woke up, I started to caress her, and then she put her, and she started to, how do you say that? Purr. And she put her hand on my like her paw on my heart then back then, and we like that was for maybe half an hour and etc. So anyway, it was really a very touching moment when she did that. And so that was happening during the meditation. I didn't really get a message. Maybe it was more like a reminder, or maybe even kind of opening my heart or something like that. So I kind of wanted to, when you started talking about connecting to animals, I wanted to connect with the cat we have because he has some issues, and I want to know why. But so Quincy came not, Dude. So we'll see where that goes. But thank you very much. Yeah.
Sometimes the message comes through later once we've opened the door now.
Yeah.
I was going to
Oh,
say that I think that what I'm getting is that it Quincy came to tell you that it's a she, right?
yeah.
She's with her essence is always with you.
Oh,
And she's with the other cat too. And so there's something with that too more. I am an animal communicator, so that is why I bring animals in the nature and trees and everything into my meditation because I'm healing with my own cats.
mm,
I've learned my cats have taught me everything pretty much that I've done in the last 5 to 6 years. I've been communicating since I was little, but like the stories and the things that have unfolded even just this last couple days, even with my cats and other like I wanted to just 1 second say that to Scott too about the Blue Jay because the Blue Jays, yes, they might be mean, but they also are saying they deserve I too deserve to be here. I too am taking this space, even though they may think they're mean. But what they have been telling me is claim your power. Every time that I feel I've given it away, here it comes, lands right in at that second, or like you think something and it's like, here it comes right into the bird feeder looking at me or look in the window or the tree. And I was like, because I said the same thing. They're kind of mean. They land and it's like everybody flutters away. And it's like, no, I have my right to be here too. Kind of like the ego and how that they're all what we're learning from them. Like I'm learning from even my own cat, which I've allowed, they're out now, to go in and out. And Harley has brought me two mouse, however I want to say it, in her mouth to the door. So for me, that is like, holy shit, sorry. But like to get past that, for me to see something coming. And we watched her so proud to run it to the door. Mom, look what I got. I got something for you. And I was a little kid, I'm not gonna lie, animal lady screaming like a baby. And it was out of like, get it away, get it, like just to see her with that. And now I'm like, then I was like, I'm so proud of you. Because I've never had outdoor cats like that when they were like I was a little kid. So for allowing them to run and I literally had this conversation walking on the ocean this morning to Jerry. Because he's right over here, that's why I'm doing that. I was like, what has Harley been showing us, do you think? Which I already know, her running wild outside, right? Like in the trees and allowing, she's like, take life and go, guys. Stop holding on. Like, I'm running free out here in the trees. I'm bringing you a mouse. I'm hunting. I'm doing what I meant to do, and you need to go do that same thing. And so I'm like, our animals, just even the birds, like Kevin or any of us have walk across anything, a squirrel. I know Scott has so many animal stories too, and Pete and tons of us, but it's just like they are here. They are guiding us every step of the way if we allow them to and are with them and present. Okay, off that. Next.
Thanks, Melissa. I
I'd
was
like to,
interested here. Go ahead.
yeah, I'd like to add something because what occurred to me now physically is like since the meditation stopped, is like my ears are really sensitive. I had to turn down the volume quite a lot, and I kind of have to listen hard. But also when I put it up, it's like a pressure on my ears. Really weird. Yeah, just this
Well,
interesting.
so
Yeah.
maybe what's happening is you're being pushed towards your intuitive perception more than
Mm,
your physical perception,
mm, yeah.
back into
So
your
thank
heart.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
I have that sometimes myself. I can tell when I'm in my head trying to perceive, trying to understand intellectually versus receive the message, which always comes through in the heart, and they can't happen at the same time. I spend a lot more time now trying not to figure stuff out as much, even though I still like to figure stuff out, and just let the answers just show up. They just literally appear in front of me. It's a, that's why we're all here, is to do this long journey back to self. So it's all perfect. Oh, we got some hands stacking up. I better get going here. Annalie, go ahead. You're next.
Well, Melissa, I'm not sure whether because I kind of lost touch with hearing what you said for a while, and I'm not sure whether we actually walked into the ocean, but I believe we did. Did
Hmm.
we?
What?
In the
As part of the
I mean,
meditation?
I did for sure, because I kind of came back to what I remember. I don't know where I was, but I'm not aware. I can't remember us going into the ocean, but I can remember clearly when I got up again, got out of the ocean, because I kind of, how do you say, cut the surface like whoops like that, and I had to physically shake my head to get the water out of my ears. And that was just such a funny feeling, so I started laughing at myself. So yeah, I guess I was definitely in the ocean.
Well, yeah, Melissa did mention the ocean because she's by the ocean right now.
Yeah,
But it's interesting then that you actually felt yourself move into the ocean. What did it feel like when you
didn't,
did
but
that?
I felt myself moving out of the water. I
Ah,
can't remember going in, but I know I was there because I was just popping through the surface like chew. And then the water, I could see the water like really
do you
coming
feel
out of
any
my ears.
do you feel any metaphor in that?
I don't know.
Like maybe you're emerging to a new level of life?
I am. Well, physical life, definitely. And I am moving towards the ocean, like in a few weeks' time.
What a surprise.
Hmm. And I want to add to this eagle theme, Scott. Uh, not with an answer to what you are kind of looking for, but I'm very fascinated by eagles, and we don't have the bald eagles that you have, but we have big, huge eagles that if I translate it, it's like sea eagle or ocean eagle. That's the biggest eagle that we have. And 2 days ago, I visited the farm where I'm gonna move in a few weeks' time, and I had been hoping it's like 20 minutes by car from the ocean. And I had been hoping that I would be able to see those ocean eagles somewhere nearby. And usually we don't see them where I live now. We're like at least an hour from the ocean by car. And then the sellers told me that, oh, by the way, we see eagles here, and we actually counted to 11 at one time. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna see the eagles. And yesterday, when I was here, like just a little bit away from where I live now, eagle in the sky. I've never ever seen an eagle in this area before that I can remember. So there is something eagly going on here.
Well, maybe you're getting exactly the same message. You're becoming the top of your own food chain. You're allowing yourself to rise to that level, to
Right.
soar and be yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
The metaphors are always amazing when they come through with so much synchronicity within the group. That just again reminds us how frequency matched we are right now.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see pictures of your new place, Annalie, when you move in. I hope you'll share with us.
Yeah. I will, definitely. It's so exciting.
All right. Who's next? Scott.
This won't take long. And I got a new term, something eagerly going on. I like that. I like that. That's my new phrase. Um, real quick, this won't take a second. Yet another lucid, very vivid dream earlier this week, and this is for you, Marlene, apparently. So, I had the five cats that were just walking around me, and I was talking to them both, saying things out loud, but also telepathically. And there were these people standing off to the distance, just in complete amazement. They could tell that I was communicating with the cats, and they're like, how do you do that? And I turned to them and said, well, not everybody speaks Catch-a-geese. And so said like Portuguese, only catch-a-geese. And so Melissa, that's for you. You speak catch-a-geese. And I do want to ask, Marlene, is your cat a white cat? There was a very prominent white cat walking around, and I don't know. Um,
So yeah, the one that's crossed over is like so this is actually so cool because within the meditation, I had her as a white light more than a
mhm.
cat. This is really interesting. She was a light gray tabby. She was a Maine Coon,
Oh,
so
beautiful.
grayish, whitish, yeah,
So
fur.
there's a prominent white cat walking around amongst the other four cats. So
Wow,
it occurred to me, I wondered if it was Quincy, I think you said.
wow,
Anyway.
that's interesting. Wow,
Anyway, we all
thank
here,
you,
I think, speak Catch-a-geese. So,
thank you.
Our own dialect. Let's see, Rachel, what's your experience?
Well, I just wanted to share something really magical that happened. Doug and I took a trip to Hawaii the other week, and I was just feeling so connected. There was just so much ease and flow. Like we never had to make reservations anywhere. We got front row parking wherever we went. Um, every time we went out to a restaurant, it was just like we got right ocean seating. And I just felt like really connected and really in the flow. I was so connected that I had birds eating out of my hand. And I was just like in amazement. And then we went to the volcano. And I just know that this is a safe place to share. So I just wanted to share with you all. Um, we went to the volcano and I sat there really focusing all my energy, and it was only steaming and smoking, and I focused all my energy for like an hour, and I said, Source, I want to see lava. Show me the lava. I said, show me how powerful I am. And then bam, lava happened, and it was so beautiful and so magical, and I felt so incredibly connected and so grateful. And that was the only time the lava erupted the whole time we were on vacation. And then so many magical things happened, and everything was just aligning beautifully and perfectly. And Doug had said, why don't you pick a restaurant for dinner one night? And I intuitively picked this restaurant that happened to overlook where he had done the Ironman triathlon many years ago. And I had no idea the location, and I just intuitively picked that. So he got to share that wonderful experience with me. And then before we had left, when I looked at the forecast, it was supposed to have rain showers our entire trip. But when we got there, not one day did it rain at all. The weather was just absolutely beautiful. And we were actually leaving to the airport. And I said, oh my gosh, I never got to see my rainbow. I said, Hawaii is known for rainbows. It's even on their license plate. So then again, I told Source, show me a rainbow. I want to see a rainbow. We're on the way to the airport. Boom, a rainbow appears long enough for me to snap a picture, and then it disappears. And I just felt so connected and so like everything was just so magical. There was lots of other things that happened, but I just wanted to share those little nuggets with you all because this is such a safe group, and I felt that you would understand and appreciate it. And I just felt connected to nature, like the birds eating out of my hand, just everything. And it felt so wonderful. So I just wanted to share with you all.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. That's amazing. You're such a powerful manifester. And I'm curious if you can share with the group, is there one tip for how you are able to do this? It keeps you in that aligned state that we could try?
I guess just feeling grateful and just really being in that connected, but feeling so much gratitude. And I don't know, I've just been like, I was in my meditation and just when the lava happened, I just sat there and focused all my energy, and it took a minute. Like I was patient and I didn't let up, but I just focused all my energy. And then I just stayed. So, oh, but what else happened? Oh my gosh. Well, we were sitting there waiting for the lava, and I was saying, Source, show me the lava. And I looked up, and there was a heart cloud. I'll post it for you guys. There was a heart cloud right over the lava. And and that just made me so giddy. And I felt like that was a gift, and I felt so connected. And I just continued to focus my energy, and then the lava appeared. But it was like the little heart cloud was like a wink from a nod from the universe. So I just, yeah, it was really beautiful.
Hmm, amazing. Thanks for sharing that. We all need those reminders that it can be easy and light and fun. Uh, and so when it gets dark, it's really helpful when you share these experiences, Rachel. So I'm glad you feel safe in doing so, because I think it helps everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's always a good reminder that how easy it's supposed to be, how easy it can be if we just take the time to get into presence and stay there. Gratitude, joy, love, appreciation, staying, finding those and then milking them. It's I think one of the secrets that I picked up from Abraham a while ago that I still find I have to practice intentionally because the brain gets in the way so often. Just time to get back to presence, breathe in to the body, open up to whatever's around, and focus on what feels good. And then the momentum builds on its own. But it is a practice if you're not used to it. Let's see, Pete, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to just share or comment on something that Marlene said and did, which I think is really really important to myself and everyone here. I think is that we largely, as in this group right here, we kind of live in a bubble to some degree. We all have the same thoughts and recognitions, and it's safe here, and that's really important. But what's as important is when you are I heard it in your voice, Marlene, as you were saying this, and you were talking about your daughter asking, and you had a hesitancy, maybe even a little bit of fear or nervousness about telling your daughter that telepathy. And it's kind of like it's kind of woo, it's all woo woo stuff. But what you did is so important is that you just dropped a nugget, in her head. We're all in this space, and thank you for coming back, Marlene. So we're all in this space, but it's just dropping those little nuggets. It doesn't have to be a full-blown, a talk or essay about what telepathy is. It's just telepathy. It's just a little something to just mind the door just opens ever so slightly, and that's it. And then you just walk away. But the door, and sometimes the door doesn't open. It's closed. Some people's doors are closed forever. Don't even bother with them. Like mention something and walk away. You'll know right away. But you opened her door crack, and this is how the momentum of all of this begins. It's not some great finding. It's not a massive scientific or whatever, or the ETs coming in and sharing all the love, whatever, however you want to view all this. It's just that little nugget. And to make it known that to normalize telepathy or whatever esoteric term we all use or may want to use, it's okay, it's normal, roll with it. I'm here for you. So thank you, Marlene. I mean, you may not have realized it when you were saying it, but that is so crucial to spread the reality. It's allowing people to just take it, go home, have it in their brain, their mind, their heart, and it may not manifest for hours, days, weeks, months, maybe not even years. The time is of no consequence. but you've planted it and it grows. It grows like a plant. It grows like a flower. It just
And it grows in their way, the way
in
that
there
works for them.
exactly. Like it could be in days, hours, weeks, months. The timeline is all unique, and but it will grow. But the only way to make anything grow is to drop a seed. So
Yeah, and it's up to them to pick up the seeds that work for them where they're at. Yeah, I agree. I think the biggest part of that I'm hearing is the importance of being our authentic selves and trusting that the guidance that comes to us as to what to say and when to say it, based on who's around us. If we're in alignment with Source, then we will get the words, we'll get the seeds.
very
That,
much so.
yeah,
And then what? And Marlene, you were basically just following your intuition. There was probably your left brain that was going, "Oh, do I want to tell my daughter about telepathy?" But your intuition was going, "Relax, just say it." Your intuition, your heart was just this is the time to say it, and you followed your intuition. And this is really fundamental. It's really the core of all of this is our
that's what we're talking
intuition.
about here all day. Really, the telepathy is just the gateway to what we're talking about. That's
Yeah,
had a meeting with the admins a few days back, and one of the things we're looking at is how to open that up a bit more, just about what we're talking about here, as telepathy is the doorway that gets the mainstream don't know what it means curious, right? It's something you can't get away from now
yeah,
because the autistic beings who need physical help, apraxia and so forth, they need people up close to them to help them physically. And in doing so, the telepathy door opens because they start predicting things, they start communicating. But that door is to open us societally to what
yeah.
we're talking
And a
about
day
here.
door, like it's an
It's
important door, and of course it's the wheelhouse of this group, the telepathy group. So it's a door, but
yeah, it's a
there's
door.
many doors. There's many different doors to enter into that world, which,
As many people as there are doors, as many doors as there are people.
yeah.
Thanks,
And
Pete.
I mean, just one last thing to say is kind of what you were doing, Marlene, in that following your intuition was you were surrendering. And this is a word I use a lot, and other people in this realm uses a lot, is just surrendering. Surrendering to what? That's up to each of us to decide. God, source, whatever it may be, guides. But it's taking a
Intuition.
deep breath, following your intuition, and surrendering. Yeah.
Thanks. And Angela. And then once we're done, Angela is done, we will do our meditation next. Go ahead.
Hi. I just was going to share the first time that I took a channeling course and that I saw that I had received the same answer as everybody, as 1,500 people across the world. In the same moment, at the same time, we all shared the same answer, and it had to do with dolphins. And it was what was the word that we were getting from them, and it was all freedom. It was about like dolphins are here to remind us to they go in the ocean and they literally like play with like they I don't want to say tease like bully, but like they play with other fish. They even like the puffer fish where they get a little their version of mushrooms, I'm sure, and they just remind us to just play and just be, in this experience, and they're not forcing or efforting. And so whenever I was at the beach, I really and welcome the animals in. I really did expect to see that dolphin or the dolphins come, but instead it was this well I want to say stallion now, but in the moment I had a horse walk up to me and I heard noble steed, and I kind of wondered like I'm in a period of transition in my personal experience, and uh where anyways, I'm in the middle of a divorce and I am just wondering, like, that is like the masculine still being in my reality and just knowing that it's here for me, but also I got on that horse, like it just instantly I was able to hop on. And the dolphins came and joined us, and it was
Oh,
just a reminder just to, and it was like, did you think that we weren't here? Did you think like, and it was just so beautiful and just such a great reminder that um, you know, in every nook and corner that we turn to, we truly are. We're never alone. Like the dolphins knew that I was waiting for them, but they knew that perhaps I would have gone into the ocean and missed that horse if I would, if it would have gone in the way that I was wanting it and expecting it to go. And so in that art of just allowing, like, and just surrendering to the moment, like Pete was just sharing about, I was able to just truly like experience both, and it was just so beautiful. And I also felt the speed of the horse and just things like moving so quickly in my reality. It's just it's such a beautiful, thank you, Melissa, and thank you, Kevin, and thank you all of you for holding space and energy and for sharing. Yeah, I think it's funny that so many of y'all talked about the birds. I don't know if y'all can hear the birds,
yeah.
but I think it's so funny that so many of y'all talked about the birds and birds about like spreading your wings and also in just flying, and remembering that the birds don't trust in and the branches. It's that they trust in their wings and that they don't, it, it's just time to soar for all of us. And I think the more that we just trust and play and be our authentic selves, that the more it shows other people that it's okay to do this, and that the more that we just continue to talk, like the way that I talk with you, the way that I talk with my clients, the way that I talk with my business partners, is the same. I carry myself authentically, and it's not to, and it's never to toot my own horn or anything, but I 100% act with impeccability. And that means impeccable means to be without fault. And that means to just be yourself. So you have no reason to doubt or ever waver, or you just are always authentically you. And that is the best that you can ever be. And by being authentically you, it just shows the world that it's okay for them to be authentically them. And we have these beautiful light beings, these autistic, anyone on the spectrum truly, it's so funny. And even the animals just showing us being in the moment and not attaching to these stories of, well, what are they going to say, or what are they going to think, or am I going to be okay doing this? I mean, there's just so many beautiful stories, that we're able to receive from them and just and and apply it and go back into that like childlike sense within us of just being and being free and joyful. And so thank you all. I just wanted to share that.
Thanks for
And
sharing.
my bird sounds. Well, not my bird sounds, but the bird sounds and this beautiful space we share.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing your beautiful energy with us,
Yeah.
Angela. So glad you found the group. And we know that you'll get through the divorce and be so much more powerful on the other side.
Oh,
Those of
I'm
us
I'm
who've
so
been through it.
grateful.
Yeah.
It's been really it's been I can look at it and just with so much gratitude for every part of it now. And I'm grateful, for all the little steps. So thank
And
you.
I just have to jump in real quick, Angela, because boy, you just touched my heart when you were willing to just say, okay, I'm going through a divorce. Alrighty, let's just say it. Because, I mean, just even claiming that truth and letting yourself be vulnerable is what we all can do here in this comfortable space. And I went through two divorces until the universe said, you're free now. And I met Kevin, my beautiful husband, in a meditation class. And little did we know, 3 years later, we'd be married. And now this year we'll be 20 years married. All of that unfolded when I said, all right, I'm okay with getting a second divorce. I've done it again, darn it. But, I'm going to learn from it. And I owned it. And so many beautiful things came of it, including you just being on this call today. So thank you.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you.
All right. Well, let's keep this beautiful energy going. Let's see what we can do now that we're at this even higher energy state, or even much more connected through conversations or energy sharing, through experience sharing. So we'll go into our telepathic meditation, which is basically the same thing as we just went through with Melissa, but just now we have the added benefit of the new level of energy connection. So nothing you need to do. We're going to relax and get back into an allowing state. And if there's someone or something you want to communicate with, this is an opportunity to just gently put it out there. No effort, not trying to make anything happen, just opening up and surrendering, as the word of the day is, to whatever energy wants to reach us and wants to connect with us, and see what happens. And then when we're done, I'll probably go about 5-10 minutes here. Yeah, probably closer to 5. Write down whatever you got or share it in the chat, and we'll have a nice conversation. All right. So let's just sit back and relax, settle into our chair or wherever we're at, make some adjustments, and get really comfortable. And as we close our eyes, take a nice deep breath in. And we hold it and exhale. Breathing all the way out of our lungs. And another breath in. And as we exhale, we begin gently releasing our attachment to the thoughts, just watching them flow by. And one more time. And as we exhale, we blow out any negative energy. We just surrender to that ebb and flow of the consciousness all around us, here to love us and support us, finding our natural rhythm of breathing. Slow and deep and delicious into the body. And as we find ourselves floating up into that energy stream, just notice whatever we were meant to notice. Let it gently get our attention, moving into a state of pure bliss, pure awareness, observing all that is meant for us. And as my voice drifts off, we'll go maybe 5 minutes or so and just see what happens. Okay, it's time to come back into our bodies. Whenever you're ready, thank whoever you were having conversations with for their connection. And know that you can open that channel up anytime that you want. And as we flow back into our bodies here, if you received any messages or had any conversation that you want to record, now's the time to do it. Feel free to share in the chat if there's something you want to share there. And if there's something you want to share with the group, you can raise your hand. I took me a little while to settle in. My mind's already going someplace. But I almost immediately got a message, and I couldn't figure out where it was from. It was just thanking me for sharing some of the teachings that were flowing through me, because it was coming from somewhere else. Some of the things I've said today, definitely I felt the channeling kind of coming through. It's part of my new journey in 2026 is to, the word has been surrender a number of times, and it's to surrender the fears, the worries, the learnings about not being safe to be myself and just letting that go. I've done a lot of work with some channeled help from Melissa and some other places to help me really get into a place of confidence and knowing that if it comes out of my mouth and I'm connected, then somebody will benefit and I don't have to worry about what they say or do with the information because the universe lines it up. So that was a validation for me that came through. And then I got a reminder to surrender even more. The never ending journey. So let's see. Annalie, what did you get?
And some time today packing stuff because of my coming move. And I've been feeling pretty close to my grandparents. I've emptied a bookshelf where a lot of their books were, and I found some notes because I mean, I can't just pack the books. Obviously, I have to kind of, oh, there's
Yep.
something sticking out from it.
Yeah.
And I get to read some notes that were written. Yeah, long time ago. And even both, I mean, I'm not gonna go into that, but anyways, I've been feeling like it's been giving me a lot to read those little notes and to pack those books and to feel that they will be a big part of my new home. I think I've talked about this before. I will have an actual library in my house. And but now I felt when I could feel my grandparents coming through in the meditation, and I was like, are you okay with this? I'm packing up your books and I'm reading your little notes. And I couldn't immediately get a message that I could hear or that I could kind of take in, but I could see them in my house. So I could kind of feel the message from them. We'll be there with you. Everything is fine. Everything is okay. You'll be good. We'll be there with you. And it was very peaceful.
How's that?
I felt
How's
so
that
much
feel?
love.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt so much love from them.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, my mom is with me all the time, so she will be there too. I know it. And I have had some worries. And I might have said this before. It sometimes feels a little bit weird because where I live now, I have my sister very close. I have her family, parts of her family close, a lot of friends and so on. And I feel like I'm moving away from the actual friends that are in their bodies to spend time with my dead relatives. It's a bit weird.
Well, maybe it can be both eventually. Maybe there's
Yeah, it
some new
will be
friends
both for
coming.
sure. But I feel that I'm gonna be so much closer to them. And I'm not sure why that is important, but it feels like it is important.
Well, as I say, it's about trusting the journey,
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah.
very good at
I'm
that now.
curious.
Yeah, right. Be curious. Ah, that's great. That warmed my heart. Thanks for sharing that, Emily. It's a good reminder. I was trying to open up to my own mother, who's been kind of a consistent presence since I was aware of her. She passed in 2004, and my awareness came in in a medium session in 2013, and she's been a presence coming in and out. And I do want to open up more to her guidance because I can feel her coming in and out, but I know I have a little resistance. So it's always a good practice for me as well. Let's see who else. Marlene, go ahead.
Yeah, so you kind of pointed it out, Kevin, just talking about your experience, that the message was actually surrender, and it's kind of an interesting way how it came. So first, I saw the moment when the cat was really, so Quincy was really frail at the end, and I was always wondering, when do you know when a cat is dying, or when you have to help her or whatever dying. And it was actually so clear when I picked her up a couple of days before, and I just knew it was like there. Yeah, I never really knew what that is like. So anyway, but we decided that she's going to have some help, although it was a little bit of a mixed feeling for me. Anyway, that morning we were all with her, and then the person came and did it. But a couple of weeks later, I had a dream feeling that I was dying and people were around me. Sorry, I get a little bit emotional.
Okay.
And I saw how they wanted to give me that thing so I could die. And I wanted to say, no, I don't need it. I don't want it. But I couldn't. And so they gave it to me. And then it was the moment I had to surrender. But it was a good feeling. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like, oh, no. It was like just, okay, okay. And then it wasn't painful or anything. It was just a little bit of, no, I don't want it in the first place. But then they gave it. And I was like, oh, okay. So, and then during the meditation, so later, that was the theme that actually, who was it? Angela, bringing in divorce, because
Yeah.
I get divorced from my third husband, and
Is that recently?
it is now. It's happening. It's going to happen. And the point where I saw I had to surrender the idea of us at some point to stay with myself. So I had to surrender that it might be not possible that we stay together, but I had to let it happen and be myself and see what will turn out. So by staying with myself, or by reconnecting to myself, I had to surrender the idea and kind of, okay, whatever happens now. So yeah, so it's interesting that thing came, and then I'm thinking now, what in my life do I have to surrender, or is now to be surrendered in order to go forward.
What a great question to ponder, to just sort of toss out there, and then let the universe bring you those answers in perfect right timing. It's tough when you go through those emotional shifts with a relationship, because when you're down, you lose that guidance. And then when you surrender, you go back up, and then you get the next piece, and then you go down to surrender the next piece, and then you go back up. That's normal. You've got to go through the cycles to purge the old. So you're right on track.
Yeah.
Be easy on yourself. That's what I always tell people. I remind myself. It's like, you're not in a hurry. Be gentle. Give yourself the nurturing and the time and the space that you need to process the emotions that want to get out of there. It feels like you're already on that path, Marlene. You're clearly good at this already, but I know it's still hard. Thanks for sharing that. I know you touched a lot of people with that and sharing. Okay, I'm back. Masako, go ahead.
Hi. Um, I was thinking about my dog. He was recently diagnosed with the cancer. So I had cats and dog before, and I've been losing them uh, one after another in the past few days. And I just adopted him 2 years ago after my previous dog passed away to cancer. So when I heard the diagnosis, I was in shock. So I wanted to communicate with him, and he said the humans are too attached to like this physical body and scared of dying and fear of death too much. And I look for treatment, and any treatment is so expensive, and some of them are not even available right away. So I just dropped everything. I just decided to try like Chinese herbs and try to boost his immune system. He had a surgery to remove the most of mass, but still there, so it could come back. But he told me not to judge yourself, drop the judgment, and your love is enough. He told me this before, but love is enough. And that was his message. Don't judge. Love is enough.
And that feels like that really resonated with you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's always the same message they're trying to tell us. I think the autistic individuals are trying to tell us this. It's like we're so hard on ourselves. We judge ourselves because we were judged. And then we get afraid of losing the physical body. And as your dog said, and I've heard it so many times, we get so attached to the physical presence that we forget there's the infinite presence, which is always here. So whatever works out will work out perfectly for your dog. And I love that you decided to go back to your basics, the Chinese herbs and medicines. And whatever happens, you know that you followed your guidance. And that's the most important thing. It feels like to me is that you follow what feels right to you.
Yeah, and he also told me, don't fear death, fear not living. So just live in a physical body fully. That was his message.
There it is. I can't think of a better message than that right there. We forget until we were on death's door that we never lived. Yeah. Yeah. What a gift he's bringing to you and has brought to you. And now that you've opened that channel even more here, Masako, maybe he'll guide you in other areas of life as well. Yeah, we call it co-creation, when we're both creating in each other's worlds at the same time and opening up to that guidance. That's when magic happens. Well, thank you for sharing that experience. That I can't think of a better way to end the conversation today. I see there's a bunch of messages in the chat, and I'll let you guys digest those if you'd like. But I think we're going to wrap up here for today. Wow. We say it every time. Suzanne and I will talk about these meetings afterwards. It's like, wow, that was the best one yet. It's like, wow, that was the best one yet. No, that was the best one yet. They're always the best one yet because we're always growing and refining and connecting even deeper. So I want to thank all you guys for being here and bringing your beautiful souls with you and sharing them with us. I feel like we just expanded the energy on the planet by what we've done here today. Not only ourselves, but then we walk out into the world and we be the example of this deeper connection. And that's where this beautiful trickle down occurs. So thanks again, everybody. Fantastic call. We'll see you in 2 more weeks. And in the meantime, namaste. Lots of love to everyone and have a great weekend. And we'll see you next time.
And happy Mother's Day for all the moms.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you so much.